Hey you guys, here I'm giving my review of Naruto Shippuden episode 464 entitled The Ninshu. No, my bad. Ninshu, the Ninja Creed. So, in the episode begins with Hagoromo pretty much appearing in front of the four Hokages. He lets everyone know that Naruto and Sasuke are currently involved in a battle against his mother Kaguya, and he also lets everyone know, including the first Hokage obviously, that he has Indra and Ashara's soul, intertwined, with his. Pretty much more so Ashura and Indra with Madara. He pretty much explains that in order for them to help Naruto and Sasuke out, they have to first know about his story and the background, the foundation for everything. He pretty much also lets them know that Naruto and Sasuke have inherited the souls of Indra and Ashura, and that's been transmigrated, I believe is the word, for the past few thousand years. So the episode begins with Hagoromo leaving the Toad, saying that he has two purposes why he's leaving. One, to sort of repair and replenish the land which he ravished while him and Hammer were fighting their mother and eventually stealing her off, which took several months. And he said the second is to something to do, with the tail beast, the tail beast, what she obviously took from the 10 tails, and how to make sure they won't be used for evil, by man. So he's going on this journey. He meets this thief character named Fatumi, and the reason why they meet up is because Hagoromo decides to build up the bridge, which is like, obviously, destroyed pretty much. And he knows that this will benefit the people, and all that stuff. But Fatuma's not with that. Fatuma's like, you know what, this is kind of like a business thing for me. I'm a thief. When people can't cross it, I make them seem like I'm going to help them, and then I take their shit, and my legs are fast as shit. In a way, probably like the fourth Hokage, in my opinion, since he's saying that he's that fast. He never gets caught. That's kind of his livelihood. And Hagoromo's like, okay, so you're a thief, so I'm going to listen to you. Really? That steal from other people for their own benefit. Nah, bruh. I'm going to keep on building this bridge. If you want to stay, you can stay. Fatumi's really frustrated. He's saying that, you know what? Fine, you can stay. But as soon as you finish building this bridge, I'm going to destroy it. Which Hagoromo's like, oh, well, he's just really indifferent to it. So he's noticing Hagoromo just destroyed tree after tree after tree. And he's like, damn, man, how is this dude this strong with such brute strength? He tries to lift one of the trees, and he's like, fuck, tree limbs. And he's like, damn, fuck this dude. Eventually, he decides to help, Hagoromo. And they get about a third of the way done. And, the people decide to help them out. And they're all able to successfully, rebuild the bridge. And everyone's so filled with joy, especially Fatumi. And he decides to join with Hagoromo, which he accepts. And they have this little meeting, not really meeting, just a little talking over the fire, And he's saying to him, you learned a valuable lesson today. And that is when you do good for people, it makes you feel real good about yourself. It makes you feel better. So you want to do more, good deeds, so on and so forth. If Fatumi's like, you know what? Take me to your apprentice, please. I really would like to. Because I sense something special in you and I just want to follow you. So Hagoromo, he accepts, taking him under his wing, and he sort of grabs his hand gently and he gives him some of his chakra, saying that, he wants for everyone's soul to be connected in a way. So time goes on, he starts gaining more and more and more followers. In a way, kind of like Jesus, the way I interpreted it. And, and he teaches them Ninshu, which is the Ninja Creed. And they travel the world. And there are like around 9 specific places where they put the tail beast. And as a marker for the tail beast being there, they put like shrines and temples and all that good stuff with it. Eventually, the majority of them dispersed and went to different regions all throughout the world, and like around 10 or 12 of them, aka, except for, like Jesus, the 12 disciples and shit, stayed with them and all that stuff. And eventually he makes his way back to his village. he marries, has a beautiful wife, and they have 2 children, Indra and Ashura. After Ashura's birth, his wife dies not that long after, but Indra, the kids turned to be really good. Indra was was extremely caring, the most caring out of the 2 brothers. But that's not to say Ashura wasn't, but Ashura was always chasing after his brother, trying to catch up. So, yeah. The episode ends with Hagoromo saying that he had no idea that from the shadows, his mother and his bastard little brother, Zetsu, were planning on manipulating his sons, and therefore bringing everything to like hell and shit with all the wars and his beloved tail beast being used as a weapon by mankind, thus he making them hate mankind and all that, good jazz. So yeah, pretty much that's all I have to say on this episode. But now that I think about it, there's one more important thing that should be noted. The Toad tells Hagoromo before he departs that he had a dream, and as you know, Toads rarely dream, and when they do dream, it usually happens. Destiny. Where always happens. So he tells him that there's going to be a blue-eyed kid who's going to play a major role down the line. Now Hagoromo's saying, okay, if that's the case, what's the point of me going on this journey or whatever? Is it pointless? And he's all saying, listen, my friend, we're all victims of fate. We don't fucking know until it happens. So hopefully fate will allow us to meet again and all that good jazz. So, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing left for me to say about this episode. The episode was brilliant. I thought it was great, especially the fact that Hagoromo was sort of like a hermit / wanderer, and also connection to Jesus Christ and all that good jazz. But yeah, so thank you for watching my video. Like, leave comments down below, and adios.